which you will witness from the bird's eye view given you by a police helicopter, will end like virtually every other one, with the fleeing criminal in handcuffs. But right now, he thinks he can get away. Call it contempt of cop. His own safety, much less that of others on the freeway, is of no concern to him whatsoever. All he can think of is escape, because he's just robbed 2 banks in 1 hour, and he's got $200,000 of stolen money in his car. The police helicopter tracks him carefully, watching for a moment when patrol cars, which are keeping their distance out of concern for other drivers' safety, can move in on him. Unfamiliar with the road, he picks up speed to 100 miles an hour, not knowing that in less than a minute he's going to encounter a formidable obstacle. From his vantage point in the air, the helicopter's pilot knows what this barrier will be and assumes that it will swiftly stop him, bringing to an end this senseless pursuit. The driver, ignorant of what is now just seconds away and oblivious to the helicopter relentlessly tracking him, is beginning to think that he's going to get away. Now he confronts it. A toll booth that forces all cars to a stop. All but his, that is. Smashing into another vehicle, his car is disabled and comes to a stop. Now, alone and going nowhere, he reaches for one of the 2 guns he has in his car. Emerging from his vehicle, surrounded by police, he waves a pistol at them, daring the officers to shoot him. The nerve-jarring standoff continues. Unexpectedly, he tosses his gun at the officers. They cautiously come out from behind their cover, unaware that he has a second pistol. But there's something about his demeanor that makes them suspicious. Now the police retreat again, knowing that he is still armed and suspecting that he is lethally desperate. Again, the police order him to throw down his weapon. Again, he refuses. As this bizarre drama unfolds, 4 police cars surround him, and more than a dozen place themselves as shields between the bank robber and hundreds of men and women now trapped in the backup at the toll booth. Still, the suspect refuses to obey the officer's orders to lie prone on the ground, and still they crouch behind their doors, guns leveled at the kneeling robber. Now other police cars cautiously move forward, hoping that a show of overwhelming force will convince this criminal to surrender. Hundreds now wait. They're irritated by the traffic jam, but they should be relieved that they were not injured by this runaway bank robber. Now, cautiously, the police start to come out from their cover a second time. One by one, they rise up, guns drawn and leveled at the still defiant suspect. Now, one officer, giving the robber a wide berth, runs to another squad car to confer on their strategy for taking this felon down. Now the police rush him, forcing him to the ground and handcuffing him. This chase is about to end like nearly every other one, with the once daring suspect surrounded by police and faced with a jail term. For every one of these officers, today being like every other day in a policeman's life. He or she left home and family, not knowing if the day would be a quiet one filled with routine traffic stops, or one like this, with a desperate bank robber leading him on a 100-mile-an-hour chase and then pointing a loaded gun at his head. These officers are like all police at the end of a hot pursuit. Their hearts are pounding and their adrenaline is pumping furiously. Still, despite their fear, now turned to anger, they show remarkable restraint in dealing with a man who just seconds before had threatened to kill them. Now, their suspect subdued and disarmed, they'll return to their homes and families, safe for now and prepared to put their lives on the line again tomorrow morning.